Hello friends, today is Friday. Happy Friday. So let's start our storytelling session. And today I'm going to tell you a very interesting life story of Acharya Rajneesh. So my friends, let me introduce myself. I'm Ranjita Rani from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I do storytelling sessions every Friday just after finishing my work. So it's kind of a relaxing, and therapeutic experience for me to tell stories, because I read a lot of books, stories, both fiction and non-fiction, and to practice, the art of storytelling, which I really love to do. I started this storytelling sessions, and I'm planning to extend this one to YouTube and Instagram as well. I don't know when is the right time, or is there ever a right time to do anything, or just we should just do it. So my friends, let's start without wasting a single minute, because I'm going to tell you about a guru, a teacher, and in India we also call him Acharya Rajneesh. So this great man, he was born into a very methodical, traditional Jain family. So Jain is also religion in India, and this man was the eldest son of a cloth merchant, and he had 11 siblings. Yes, my friends, you heard it. He had 11 brothers and sisters. And since his childhood, he was very, 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 very intelligent, very curious, and very outspoken kid. And as the family had so many children, his grandparents took him so that he can stay with him for some time. And you know what? That is the best thing that any child can ever have. The childhood, the formative years should be with the grandparents, with the love, affection, and patience what they can shower to the children. That is uncomparative. So he was lucky. He went to his grandparents' home, who were also very traditional Jains, but very, very luckily, or I would say kind of a blessing from the God, his grandmother, though she was a traditional Indian woman, she was very outspoken, and she let him do whatever he wanted to do. If he wanted to study, let him study. If he wanted to roam around, he wanted to go to nearby pond to take bath, he would just send the servant, go and look after him, and just let him do whatever he wanted to do. And he will always encourage him to ask questions. Anything, any question comes to his mind, she will encourage him to ask that question, and she will try her level best to answer those questions. So my friends, in India at that time, this is the time when India was not even independent. It was, our mother India was under East India Company. I have told you the story if you are following me. For last couple of weeks, I have told you how India was badly treated, stripped from his culture, his education, and everything. But some of these traditional families, they have still holded their roots very tight and very strong. So this family did. They were very traditional, and they believed in God. They believe in all this, values that has been put inculcated in their mind. Since the beginning of whenever they have accepted this religion, Jainism. And this lady, she was very, 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 very intelligent woman. She was trying her level best to answer all these questions, and she used to believe that the children are actually God sent, and whenever they speak, whatever they speak, sometimes God speaks through them. So that was amazing. I really love this lady, and most of this grandmoms, they are really very sweet, and they acquire a lot of knowledge by the time when they are in their 50s or 60s, and also acquire a lot of patience to answer these questions. So my friends, it was said that his grandfather died when he was only 7 years old, and he has to move back to live with his parents, mom and dad, and his brothers and sisters. Maybe that time he had only 5 or 6 of them. His father was very surprised because this young Rajneesh, who has never gone to school, he could read a book. I told you, my friends, he was very intelligent and smart. So I think his grandfather has taught him how to read and write, and also how to do some, mathematical calculations or something like that. That's what his grandfather used to do for his living. And he used to read, one book in every 2 days. And that is not a children book. He used to read philosophies, biographies, or those kind of little, hard books. And then he used to ask questions back to the person who was around, maybe his grandfather or grandmom or maybe some other people. And everybody were astonished with his knowledge and understanding, and the way he used to argue for any matter, whether it comes to religion or comes to any topic of philosophy or politics, anything. Everybody is surprised. So my friends, when his father got to know that his son has never gone to school, he has to put him to school, right? And it was not an easy journey for a very smart, inquisitive, and a very intelligent guy to sustain a traditional school. So that's what happened. Though he's excelled, his teachers liked him very much, but he has to struggle a lot because he used to have a lot of questions and nobody's there to answer. And that time he found a person who was actually a member of a library, I would say, or he used to run a library, I don't know. So he encouraged him, why not to come to the library and read the books, whatever he wants, because all the questions, whatever is arising in his little mind, every question has an answer, and those answers are somewhere in some of the books. So he started reading books when it was a free time, and he read hundreds of them. Nobody knows how many books he has already read by the time he was almost ending of his teenage. And at the age of 21, under the tree, he received enlightenment. That means that he felt the power of a divine who has given him all the answers of whatever questions he had. And like a Gautam Buddha, he was also enlightened. He got enlightenment under a tree. So this young Rajneesh, who used to be called as Raja as a nickname when he was young, so he adopted his name Rajneesh, and he let people call him Acharya, because Acharya means Guru, and he traveled almost throughout India. And while he was traveling, he was so charmed and enticed by the beauty of the nature, the silence of the nature, and he could find all the answers in the silence of the nature. So that's where he understood the value of meditation, the value of calmness. If you are searching for something, you are looking for something, you will get an answer when you are calm. You will find the right direction, or you will find a way to find a solution when everything is quiet, when you are in silence. So this guy, he didn't know that one day he's gonna be so famous that not only people in India but entire world will follow him. So unaware of everything, he started his life as a normal human being. He went to college, and the same thing happened. The teachers, the professors, the head principals, they disliked him because he used to ask questions, and his philosophies are mostly against the traditional religion. He was very open about relationships, and he was very open, and he was asking questions on why women are treated beneath men, why they have so low value, though women are the one who give birth to men. So those were very nice for ladies, and his teachings were validated by a lot of people who are very rich and influential, but not the poor people. Because if you are poor and you go against the religion, against the politician, then you have nowhere to go, right? But if you are rich, if you are influential, think about a woman she is rich. She has everything, but she is unhappy. She can very easily become the disciple of Rajneesh, right? So that what happened. He started having a lot of ladies who are his followers. They're rich, and they're very classic ladies. They're what I mean by classic is like they are not only educated, but they are so influential that they have a lot of contacts, lot of networking, and in the sense of classic means they have learned some form of dances or song, or they're somehow ladies who are very, very organized, okay, very, very well balanced. But only thing what they didn't have was the peace. And Rajneesh told sorted them how they can find the balance in their life, how they can feel peace inside their heart, because all these material things, whatever around them, they are born with them, or after they got married, they have all this. They have properties, they have gold, they have whatever it is. They are nothing. You have to have a peace in your mind, and you have to feel blessed and awaken. So if a person is sleeping, he doesn't feel anything, right? Think about a person who has, who is living in a palace. He has 5-6 very expensive cars, and he has a lot of servants to help, he has a big garden, he has everything. But if she is sleeping, she doesn't enjoy it, right? She doesn't even know what she has. So to enjoy this world, to feel the blessings of this world, you have to be awakened. You have to wake up from your sleep. So that's the thing Acharya Rajneesh did. He said that I'm not a one who's gonna teach you what to do, what not to do, what to follow, what not to follow. I will help you how to awaken your soul. Then you decide what you want to do, how you want to live your life. So I felt very, very influenced by his teaching and his philosophy of life. So I thought, let me tell you the story. But the story didn't end here. Though he had a lot of followers and a lot of ladies who were influential, and he has established an ashram. And I told you, not only Indians, but people all over the world came to India and lived in their ashram in Pune. But as I told you, his method and his philosophies were against the religion. India, we have Sanatan, and we have so many religions actually. So each and every religion opposed him, and they have the Indian government, the Congress, they have actually allowed him tax exemptions and also a huge land to build that ashram. Because in India we have a rule, because if you want to do anything like a social work or kind of teaching kind of any religious thing, if you are doing it, then India can exempt the taxes. But when in 1980-81 we have a prime minister, before that Morarji Desai was there, he was against. He was with Janata Party, he was against. But when Srimati Indira Gandhi came, though she was a Congress party, and Rajneesh has a good relationship with Congress party, but still, due to the opposition from the religious gurus, from the traditional religious gurus, she has to cancel his tax exemptions, and they charge him $5 million. God. So somehow, Acharya Rajneesh has to leave everything, his ashram, his people. The lady who was actually taking care of his ashram was Ma Lakshmi, and he has to come to United States with another lady, vivacious, very ambitious, Ma Anand Shila, and he started his ashram in Oregon, in the small village of Antelope. At the beginning, they said that they came there to do some farming and everything, but later point of time, the locals, they show any dislikeness for these people, and opposed whatever they were doing it, and it became into that situation that Acharya Rajneesh has to face jail, and Anand Shila, Ma Anand Shila, she has to serve for a year in U.S. prison because they have been charged for bioattack, bioterrorism. They were trying to assassinate the U.S. Attorney, Mr. Turner, and there is so many stuff. Visa fraud. They're endless. But at the end, what Acharya Rajneesh said, that he was not aware of anything. Everything is done by Ma Anand Shila, his secretary, and all the people who used to help her running the entire organization. So somehow United States let him go, and somehow the city Rajneeshpuram, what he had created with all his worshippers and followers, it has to dissolve. And there was a multi-billionaire who bought that property, and they created something else. So there is no Rajneeshpuram anymore in Antelope, Oregon, which is also in the Vasco County. So, and again, story didn't end, my friends. So Rajneesh came back to India because 21 countries denied his entry. So at last he came to India in 1985, back to his ashram Pune, and this time he was given a god-like treatment. Yes, my friends. So also Rajneesh, Acharya Rajneesh was also known as Bhagwan Rajneesh, Sri Bhagwan Rajneesh, and Bhagwan means the Lord, the God, but this is not the definition Rajneesh had for Bhagwan. What he thinks, that he was a blessed one. That's what he let people call him, Bhagwan. So do not misunderstood me when I'm talking about Rajneesh as a Bhagwan. He was not the God, or he was not a man who has claimed himself as a God, but he's just a person who wanted to awaken everybody's soul, and let us decide what is good for us and what is not. So he has 10 amendments. First of all, Rajneesh didn't believe in any religion. That was also a problem when he was in the United States, and tried to preach that he doesn't believe in any religion. Everybody is equal. Everybody has the same life, and you should be allowed to live however you want. Friends, this man, he died in in a grand way. People have done his funeral and everything in 1990, and you will be surprised to know he's the one and only one guru till date whose followers has double, triple, and I don't know, maybe 10 times more after his death. Because now at this moment, what was going on in this world, where there is a terror attack, where there is tsunami, there is so many things. And also in the name of religion, in the name of social work or donation, these and there, so many frauds are happening, right? And this man and his commune people, they did the same thing, but still people follow him because they believe in his teachings. They believe that we should be awakened, and we should be whenever we speak, we should be awake. We should speak with our knowledge, with our understanding. We should not just like speak anything. The same thing whenever we walk, whenever we do anything, any work, or take any decision, it should be with our conscious mind. So that's what people liked it. And then another thing which I liked very much is die every moment. Then only you can be alive in the next moment, right? So you think about, if something bad is happening, let that moment die. Let everything, go away. Let everything finish, and you start from the scratch. You just rise again and again. So I just liked it very much. And only thing one I did not understand is like this man, Acharya Rajneesh, has read 1 lakhs, which is actually 100,000 books in his life. And those books are most religious books, traditional books, hypnosis, astrology, astronomy, physics, quantum physics, my friends. Oh my God. So is it that possible that a man who has just lived for 58 years, he has read 100,000 books? Yes, my friends, that's right. That's correct. And in that case, if we think that he has started reading at the age of 10 or 11, and at the age of 58, if he has read 100,000 books, then he must be reading 6, 7 or 8 or maybe 10 books in a day. So think about how fast he must be reading, or how fast he must be comprehending all these things and teaching. And every day, every single day, except few of the instances where he was into a mon brother, where he was very quiet, he won't be speaking, he used to teach for 2-3 hours. And I have heard his teachings in YouTube. They're phenomenal. If you get a chance, go to YouTube and just type Osho, also International, you will find a lot of his teachings. And also his books. Okay, the man who has read 100,000 books, he has never written a book, a single book. How come that be possible? This is possible. This is what maybe the great people do. He has not written a single book. So now you're going to ask me, then who wrote these books? Who are, Amazon is selling, and, all the big booksellers in this world, they sell Osho's books. So who has written those books? Those books are the compilation of all his speeches, his pravachans. So, and those books, they were not edited. They have just taken his pravachans, his speeches in the morning time, or wherever, whatever time he has set for his meditation, and all this question answer sessions, I would say. They have taken his sentences word by word. They have not changed anything anywhere. Think about it. When I speak, I always think, maybe I'm not speaking in the right sentences, or am I putting the sentence in the correct structure? So there's so many things comes to my mind. And this man, just like this, he just keeps speaking, and it was great. I can just sit and listen to him for hours. I mean, I'm talking about his videos. So if you get a chance, go and look at his books. They are available in Amazon, and they're still bestsellers. So I think also International is still making millions of dollars, and hopefully they must be paying taxes in India and wherever they sell these books. All right, my friends, I want to take a leave now. Enjoy your weekend with your family. Have a blessed life and be awakened. Take care. Love you all. Bye.